Ever wondered how the traditional Cambodian dish Prahok is made? Well, let's embark on an exciting culinary journey to unravel the secrets of this unique dish. Prahok, often described as the soul of Cambodian cuisine, is a type of fermented fish paste that adds a distinct flavor to many dishes in the region. Its roots run deep in the history of Cambodia, with the recipe passing down through generations. The significance of Prahok extends beyond just cooking. It's a testament to Cambodia's rich culture and tradition, a symbol of the country's resilience and creativity in using local resources. Prahok is not just a dish, it's an art that requires skill, patience, and the right ingredients. From selecting the freshest fish to mastering the fermentation process, making Prahok is a labor of love. With our step-by-step guide, we will delve into the intricacies of this culinary masterpiece. Stay tuned to learn how to make this flavorful dish from scratch. The first step towards making Prahok is gathering our ingredients. The beauty of this authentic Cambodian dish lies in its simplicity, calling for just 3 main ingredients. First, we need fresh fish. The traditional choices are snakehead fish or gourami. These fish types, found in Cambodian waters, are known for their firm texture and unique flavor, making them ideal for Prahok. If you can't get your hands on these, don't fret. Any fresh, firm-fleshed fish will do. Next up, we have salt. Not just a flavor enhancer, salt plays a crucial role in the fermentation process, preserving the fish and giving Prahok its distinctive tang. Last but not least, we need rice wine. This ingredient complements the fish and salt, adding a subtle sweetness and aiding in fermentation. So to recap, we need fresh fish, salt, and rice wine. With these ingredients ready, we can now start the preparation. The journey of Prahok begins with the preparation of the fish. The fish is the star of this show, and just like any star, it needs a bit of pampering before it's ready for its big debut. Now you might be thinking, fish pampering? Really? Well, yes. The first step in preparing the fish is a good clean. It's a bit like a spa day, but for fish. We start by giving it a thorough rinse under cold running water. This helps to remove any lingering dirt or grit from the fish. Remember, cleanliness is next to godliness, especially when it comes to food preparation. Next comes the descaling. This is one task that requires a bit of elbow grease. Using the back of a knife, we gently scrape off the scales. Working from the tail to the head, it's a bit like giving the fish an exfoliation treatment. Once the fish is descaled, we move on to the gutting. This might seem a bit gruesome, but it's an essential part of the process. We make a cut along the belly of the fish, being careful not to cut too deep. Then we simply scoop out the innards. It's a bit like performing surgery, but without the need for a medical degree. Now, with the fish cleaned, descaled, and gutted, we're ready to chop it into chunks. This is where the fish really begins to take on the form it will have in the final Prahok. We want to chop the fish into pieces that are roughly the same size. This ensures that they ferment at the same rate, giving the Prahok a consistent flavor throughout. And there you have it. The fish is now cleaned, descaled, gutted, and chopped. It's ready for its starring role in our Prahok. With the fish prepared, we can move on to the next step. The heart of Prahok lies in the fermentation process. This is the stage where the magic truly happens. The fish, now cleaned and prepared, is on the brink of transformation. Fermentation is an age-old practice, a remarkable process that has been used for centuries to preserve food, enhance flavors, and create new and exciting dishes. The first step in the fermentation process is mixing the fish with salt. The salt not only acts as a preservative, but it also draws out moisture from the fish, creating an environment that encourages the growth of beneficial bacteria. These bacteria digest the proteins and sugars in the fish, producing lactic acid. This acid helps to further preserve the fish and gives Prahok its characteristic tangy flavor. So how much salt do you need? Well, it's a delicate balance. Too little salt and the fish may spoil. Too much and the Prahok will be overly salty. A good rule of thumb is to use around 20% of the weight of the fish in salt. Once the fish is thoroughly mixed with salt, it's time to pack it into a jar. This should be done firmly, ensuring there are no air pockets. Air can introduce unwanted bacteria and yeasts, which can lead to off flavors or spoilage. So pack it in tightly, but leave some headspace at the top of the jar. As the fish ferments, it may expand a bit, and you certainly don't want an overflow. Now, Here comes the part that requires a bit of patience. The jar needs to be left in a warm place to ferment. The ideal temperature for fermentation is around 20 to 30 degrees Celsius. Too cold and the fermentation process will be slow or may not occur at all. Too hot and the fish may spoil. The fermentation process can take anywhere from several weeks to several months, depending on the temperature and the desired taste. During this time, it's important to occasionally check on your prahok. Open the jar, give it a sniff. If it smells pleasantly tangy and a bit funky, that's a good sign. If it smells off or rotten, something's gone wrong and it's best to start over. Remember, patience is key. The longer the fish ferments, the more complex and developed the flavors will become. It's a waiting game, but the reward is a uniquely flavorful, fermented fish paste that is a cornerstone of Cambodian cuisine. So there you have it, the fermentation process in all its glory. A careful dance of salt, temperature, time, and beneficial bacteria, all coming together to create the unique and delicious prahok. Once the fish is properly fermented, it's time to proceed to the final step. The final step in making prahok involves adding a few finishing touches. The fermented fish has been resting, absorbing all the flavors and developing a unique, robust taste. Now it's time to elevate it even further. We start by adding a generous splash of rice wine. This isn't just for the sake of adding alcohol. The rice wine helps to mellow out the intense flavors of the fermented fish, adding a hint of sweetness and a touch of acidity. Once the rice wine is added, we take a hand blender and carefully blend the mixture until it becomes a smooth paste. This step is crucial as it helps to integrate all the ingredients, allowing the flavors to marry beautifully. The result is a pungent, savory paste that is the heart and soul of many Cambodian dishes. Prahok is incredibly versatile and can be used in a variety of ways. One of the most popular ways to enjoy prahok is to serve it with steamed rice. The mildness of the rice perfectly balances the strong flavors of the prahok, creating a meal that is both simple and satisfying. But the possibilities don't stop there. Prahok also makes an excellent base for soups and stews. Its rich umami flavor adds depth and complexity to any dish it's added to. From hearty meat stews to delicate vegetable soups, a spoonful of prahok can elevate any dish to new heights. And for those who enjoy experimenting in the kitchen, prahok can be used as a condiment, a marinade, or even as a flavoring for stir-fries. Its unique taste adds a Cambodian twist to any dish, making it a must-have ingredient for any adventurous home cook. So there you have it. With a little bit of patience and a touch of creativity, you can create a delicious, versatile condiment that is a staple in Cambodian cuisine. And remember, the beauty of prahok lies in its versatility, so don't be afraid to experiment and find your own favorite ways to use it. And that's how prahok, a traditional Cambodian dish, is made. Let's recap the key points of making prahok. We've journeyed through the fascinating process together, beginning with the careful selection and preparation of the fish. Remember, the fish must be meticulously cleaned and cut before proceeding to the next step. Then, we moved on to the crucial fermentation process, where we added salt to the fish. This step requires patience and precision, as the amount of salt and the duration of fermentation can significantly impact the final taste of your prahok. Finally, we introduced rice wine into the mix, a delightful touch that elevates the flavor profile of our prahok. This addition is a testament to the beautiful fusion of tradition and innovation in Cambodian cuisine. Remember, just like all good things in life, making prahok requires time and patience. It's not just about creating a dish, but about savoring the journey of its creation. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed learning about the process of making prahok. Until next time, happy cooking.